Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Monday, July 3, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comment section below. St. Louis Cardinals vs Miami Marlins. St. Louis is last in the National League Central and has produced at the plate while struggling on the mound. St. Louis has the 13th best team batting average at .251, while improving to 11th in on-base percentage, with .325 and 8th in slugging percentage at .423. St. Louis is 12th in runs scored with 378. Nolan Arenado has 16 home runs and 54 RBI, which both led St. Louis. Nolan Gorman also has 16 home runs and the second highest RBI with 49. Paul Goldschmidt has 20 doubles which leads St. Louis, 15 home runs and 46 RBI. St. Louis has hit 132 doubles, 7 triples and 112 home runs in 82 games. On the mound, St. Louis has struggled throughout the first half of the season. St. Louis is 25th in team ERA at 4.58 and 27th in WHIP at 1.47. St. Louis has only 22 quality starts from its starting rotation, which is 25th, and the pitching staff is allowing a batting average of .275, which is next to last in baseball. Jordan Montgomery is leading St. Louis in victories with 5 and in strikeouts with 85. Miles McCollum gets the nod on the mound Monday. This season the right-hander is 4-5 with an ERA 4.44 and 70 strikeouts. The Miami Marlins have the 7th best team batting average at .260, but have scored just 338 runs, which is 26th. Miami is 17th in stranding runners on base with an average of 6.92 per game. Miami's team on base percentage is .320, which is 15th, and its slugging percentage is .396, which is 21st. Jorge Soler is leading Miami in home runs with 22 and RBI with 47. Only one other player has double digits in home runs, and that is Garrett Cooper with 10. Brian De La Cruz has 43 RBI, which is second highest. Miami has 127 doubles, 11 triples and 79 home runs in 84 games. Miami's pitching staff has been its strength as the Marlins are 13th in team ERA at 4.04 and 9th in WHIP at 1.25. Miami has 25 quality starts, which is only 21st, but the pitching staff overall is holding opponents to a batting average of .241, which is 11th best in baseball. Jesus Luzardo is the leader in victories with 6 and in strikeouts with 112. Miami will hand the ball to Braxton Garrett on Monday. The 25-year-old left-hander is 4-2 with an ERA of 3.53 and 92 strikeouts. The Cardinals have been struggling against teams with winning records, losing 11 of their last 14 games. They have also lost 5 of their last 6 road games against teams with winning records. Miami, on the other hand, has won 14 of their last 12 home games against teams with losing records and 10 of their last 13 home games overall. St. Louis starting pitcher Miles McCollum has been hit hard in his last 4 starts, allowing 30 hits and 18 runs in only 24 2/3 innings. The Cardinals have lost all 4 of those games. In contrast, Miami starting pitcher Braxton Garrett has had 4 consecutive strong outings, allowing 3 runs in 23 2/3 innings. Miami has won all 4 of those games. Miami has won 8 of Garrett's last 9 starts. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Miami Marlins to win. Our total pick is over. Baltimore Orioles vs New York Yankees. The Orioles enter this series with a handful of games between themselves and the Yankees, though they were still 6.5 games out of first, as well. Prior to their Sunday finale against the Twins, they had lost 4 straight games, their longest losing streak of the year. One of the factors in their recent slump has been a lack of scoring, with them scoring just 1 or less in 3 of those. They have scored 389 runs through 82 games, the 10th most in baseball, and their .250 team batting average ranked 15th overall. On Saturday they managed just 3 hits, Anthony Santander collecting 1 of them. He has hit safely in 6 of his last 8 games, and his .264 average is 3rd best on the club. Baltimore's pitching gave up just 1 run on Saturday, but with no run support, the effort was for naught. It was the 4th time in their last 7 losses in which they allowed 3 or fewer runs and were unable to win. They have a 4.27 ERA through 82 games, with 757 strikeouts, 7th most in baseball. After winning his first 3 starts in June, Wells picked up a loss in his last 2, despite only giving up a combined 4 earned runs and 8 hits over 11 innings. He has faced the Yankees twice already this season, allowing 9 earned runs and 5 home runs in 11 innings. After being swept in Boston, the Yankees won their next 3 series, with a chance for a fourth on Sunday against St. Louis. They had gone 7-4 over their last 11 games, with the offense putting up a combined 49 runs. The offense has not been New York's strong spot this season, hitting just .232 as a team through 83 games, with a .301 on-base percentage, which was 5th lowest in the game. There is still no signs of an Aaron Judge return, yet he still leads the team with 19 home runs in 49 games, 7 more than the next player in 33 fewer games. Sure, here is the rephrased text. The Cardinals have been struggling against teams with winning records, losing 11 of their last 14 games. They have also lost 5 of their last 6 road games against teams with winning records. Miami, on the other hand, has won 14 of their last 12 home games against teams with losing records and 10 of their last 13 home games overall. St. Louis starting pitcher Miles McCollum has been hit hard in his last 4 starts, allowing 30 hits and 18 runs in only 24 2/3 innings. The Cardinals have lost all 4 of those games. In contrast, Miami starting pitcher Braxton Garrett has had 4 consecutive strong outings, allowing 3 runs in 23 2/3 innings. Miami has won all 4 of those games. Miami has won 8 of Garrett's last 9 starts. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Miami Marlins to win. In the 6 prior games they've played this season, these two have averaged 9.3 combined runs per game, with the over going 4-2 in the process. The Yankees have clobbered Wells to the tune of 9 runs, including 5 the last time they met him back in May. I expect New York's bats to come into this one ready to swing with purpose. This is also a good chance for them to put some distance between themselves and the Orioles, so expect the Yankees bats to come through for this whole series. Baltimore's offense has been very quiet over the end of this past week, so they are more than due to a breakout here. German, despite the perfect game, can certainly be had, as he served up 4 home to Seattle in just 1 game prior to his no-hitter. The Orioles can swing it and I think they get a bit back on track here. The over is 6-0 in Baltimore's last 6 series opening games, per covers.com. Take the over. Atlanta Braves vs Cleveland Guardians. Bryce Elder is expected to start for the Braves. He went 6 innings and gave up 4 hits, 4 walks, 2 earned runs, and struck out 4 in a win in his last start against the Minnesota Twins. On the season, he has a record of 6-1 with a 2.44 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, and a 79/28 KBB ratio in 16 starts. Opposing batters are hitting .228 against Elder. The Braves come into this series following a sweep of the Marlins over the weekend. The Cleveland Guardians are expected to start Gavin Williams. In his last start, he went 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 0 earned runs, and struck out 6 in a no decision against the Kansas City Royals. On the season, he has a record of 0-0 with a 2.84 ERA, 0.71 WHIP, and a 10-force KBB ratio in 2 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .122 against Williams. The Guardians took 2 of 3 games over the Cubs in Chicago this weekend. Cleveland has been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 or around the bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, walks, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Steven Kwan leads the team in runs. Jose Ramirez leads the team in hits and home runs. Josh Naylor leads the team in RBIs. The Guardians' pitching staff has been good this season. As a team, they are top 10 in the league in ERA, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, WHIP, and batting average against. Shane Bieber and Tanner Bybee have each started 11 or more games, and they each have an ERA under 3.80. The Braves have one of the best defenses in the league, and they have been scorching hot. They will take on a very young pitcher in Gavin Williams, and they make for a very difficult matchup for the rookie pitcher. While Williams was very impressive in his previous start, it was against the Kansas City Royals. Williams will not have nearly as much success against Atlanta's offense. Bryce Elder has been very good on the road for Atlanta. In 6 road starts this season, Elder has a 1.43 ERA, 0.98 WHIP, and he has not allowed a home run on the road. The Guardians do not homer regardless as they are last in the league in home runs. Elder will pitch well and Gavin Williams will struggle in a difficult matchup. Atlanta will win this matchup. Take Atlanta on the money line. The Braves have been very good on offense this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, walks, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Matt Olson leads the team in home runs and RBIs. Ronald Acuna leads the team in runs, hits, and stolen bases. Acuna is top 5 in the MLB in runs, hits, and stolen bases. Atlanta's offense will take on a rookie pitcher in Gavin Williams, and Williams will struggle against a potent defense. The over will hit in this contest. Take the over, 8.5 runs.